How do you deal with the fear of taking a loss? What do you do when you just don't know how to exit your trades, when you don't know when to cut a trade? What do you do when you're scared of the risk involved? And many other things I am addressing in this video with a few practical examples, some nice techniques and much more. So stay tuned and see you in the video. And once again, thank you for the overwhelming feedback and the comments on my latest video. And I will address all of those comments and all of those concerns over the next few videos. And if you have something that you are struggling with in your trading or just something that you're wondering about, leave a comment underneath this video and I will address it in one of the next podcasts or videos. So for this video, I chose 4 comments that I want to dig deeper into, and they are very great examples of things that many traders struggle with. The first one mentioned something like he is moving his stop loss to break even too soon because he says he has a fear of taking a loss. Very common, I think. Then the next trader said he doesn't know when to exit the trade, the price and his winning trades seem to always turn around and move against him and he's giving back profits. The third question or the third comment says that he has a very big account and he's only able to take very small profits because he says he has a fear of risk and the price usually runs 5 or 10 times longer than when he's exiting the trade. And the last one is, again, another trader says he doesn't know when to exit. He doesn't know if he should use a fixed target or just let the winning trades run and what is the best approach. And I think those questions are very important, or those concerns. Many traders will relate to that. I'm very sure right now, if you have been trading for a while, you have experienced one or the other, maybe all of them, maybe all the time, maybe some of the time. So this is a topic that I think is very important, and I chose those 4 comments quite consciously, and I tried to put them together because they have a very, very common underlying theme. And there are 2 ways how you can tackle them. First of all, what do all of those things have in common? Or most of them have in common, I should say, is that the traders, they lack confidence. They don't know when to move their stop loss, they don't know when to exit the trade, they are scared of risk, and they just have no real idea of how to manage their trades. And this boils often down to a lack of confidence. And the lack of confidence comes from not having done the work. Many traders focus all their time on finding the right entry. The one trader even said his entries are quite good, but then he's just exiting the trades too early. And I think this is very, very common for many traders. Many traders spend all their time, all their energy on finding a better system, perfecting entry timing, just trying to get into the right time at in the right market. And then obviously they neglect everything else. They don't know how to place their stop loss, what to expect after their entry. They don't know when to exit their trades, how to manage their trades, and all of those things. And that is very normal, so don't be too hard on yourself if you see that this is you. This can be fixed, and there are certain steps that you can do. And for me personally, what I've seen in my students, in my own trading, is that once you address all of those things and once you are really putting in the work, you are having a very good trading plan, a very detailed business plan, trading business plan, then most of those issues go away. They won't go away overnight, and it's not easy to fix them, but eventually they will disappear, or they will just become less and less of an issue. So how do you deal it? Lack of confidence is always cured through putting in the work and through just being disciplined. Once you show up prepared, and once you know that you have done the work and you know exactly what to do, when to do and how to do it, many of those confidence and lack of confidence related issues go away. Once you know exactly what to do and when to do, many things will become much, much easier. So what I often recommend is that especially when it comes to your exits, there's a very, very common technique that I like to approach with my traders. And if you've done the psychology course, you will know that. Just let me get a pen, I will be right back. So what do? You take a piece of paper and then you draw a table on it. Let me do that. So there are 2 traders or 3 traders actually that said they don't know when to exit their trades. The price and the winning trades turn against them because maybe they set their targets too far away. The other trader, he's taking the exits way too soon because he said that he's scared of risk because his account is so big. And the other one, he doesn't know if he should use fixed targets or letting winning trades run. And you can do this very, very easily. You have a piece of paper, and here on the left column, you have your trade numbers, trade number 1 to 20 or 14 or whatever. The more trades you can analyze, the better. So what you do is you go through your past 20, 30 trades, and in the first column, you note down the actual outcome in terms of R multiple or dollar amount. So this is your real actual trading results. And then in the next column, you write down a strategy that you want to test or that you just want to analyze. What happens if you always take profits at a fixed reward to risk ratio of 1 to 1 or 2 to 1 or 3 to 1? What do you do when you always take profits at a certain moving average? What happens if you move your stop loss to break even after 10 pips and then you take profits or you trail your stop loss behind you and you write down the potential outcome of those strategies? Yes, this is work, it does take time, but it is almost a guaranteed way how you can cure a lot and a big chunk of your confidence related issues. Once you see with your own data, with your own work, what would be the best approach, then you can approach your trades very, very differently. Instead of always just guessing and wondering what should you do, what are you doing, you ask traders, what are you doing, how does it work, and I don't know, for me it doesn't work, and you're just always in this state of not knowing, of this uncertainty. And obviously, of course, this is very, very, it's very scary, it's very dangerous, and you can't trade at your best when you don't know what to do. So this is, many things are cured with this simple approach. It sounds simple, it's very, very powerful, and you can do this with exit strategies, you can do it with stop loss strategies. What happens if instead of your regular stop loss approach, you use twice the size of a stop loss or half the size of a stop loss, or you put your stop loss at a certain moving average or the last high or whatever? But you will find and you will learn so much about your strategy that this will have a huge, huge impact on the way you approach charts, the way you see charts. And during the process of testing, you will find out many, many things about your system, about yourself. Maybe you experience that you don't even have a strategy to begin with. Then obviously everything that you do is uncertain and you have no process at all. And then obviously you never know when to take a profit, when to exit a trade, when to move your stop loss. Should you even move your stop loss? There are many traders who don't move stops, but if you haven't even done this simple analysis, how should you know? So this is a very, very good cure for fixing any confidence related issues, and it forces you to really sit down, think about your strategy, think about alternatives, and then figure it out. And once you have actual numbers, you can implement a change in your trading, and then you will see that you can approach trading differently, because you know, okay, this is my strategy, when this happens, I do this, and then many of those uncertainty related issues go away. However, obviously some of the people may have done this and they're still not seeing the results, and then we can also look at the emotional side of those issues. And what, for example, what does it mean when you exit too late, when you have a winning trade and you're too greedy, you let the price run for way, way, way too long, maybe you have your set target, and then you widen your target because it's not enough. There can be many, many reasons why the trader is doing that, and I don't have enough background information to really know exactly, but there are a few things. Obviously, it can be greed. The trader maybe has a small account. This is what I very often see. Traders have very small accounts, and then obviously a normal winning trade is just not meaningful enough. You wait a long time, you do your trading plan, you do all this work, and then you have a small trading account and maybe your winning trade is only 10 bucks or 20 bucks. How disciplined can you really be and how meaningful is it really if all you can make is 10 or 20 bucks with a regular trade? And obviously you will widen your you will widen your target because you hope that the market is going further, and then you will realize a more meaningful winning trade. Or maybe you're coming from a string of losing trades and you're trying to play catch up. That can also be a case. I've seen that many times. So you really need to get down to the root cause. And what helps is always finding out what or where you're coming from. So analyze how or what are your last 5 trades. Are you in a losing streak? Are you in a winning streak? And also look at your personal life. Is everything in order? Are you very stressed in your personal life? This will also translate to your trading results, obviously. But look at where you're coming from, your last 5 to 10 trades. Every trading day should start with a quick analysis. What are your last 5 trades? Are there wins? Are there losses? And what does it mean for your psychology? How it will impact your decision making going forward? And then there's also the other trader. He said he's exiting too early because he has his biggest account and he's just scared of the risk. And then he takes profits very, very quickly. He didn't say anything about his losing trades, and what often happens is that losses are not taken soon enough, and traders let losses run too long because they always have the hope that the price may still turn around, and then they don't have to realize the loss. I don't know if this is the case, but let's just focus on the one thing that the trader said, that he is just booking profits too soon. And what could be the reason, or one possible reason could be that he's taking too much risk, especially when you have a very big account and when you suddenly fund your account. When you suddenly just deposit 50,000, 10,000, whatever amount of money is a lot for you in your broker, and then you start trading this amount of money right away. You need to slowly grow into your position size. Otherwise, obviously, it's very scary. Suddenly you have a $1,000 or $500 position, whereas previously you were on demo or you just traded a small account. Obviously, that's very scary. And you need to slowly grow into your account. There's nothing wrong with taking your time. Start with 1/10 of your regular position size, 1/4, whatever. Just find the right risk level that is making it comfortable for you, where you can execute your trades without worrying about the money attached. Find this amount, this threshold where it does hurt when you lose the money, so you can still take it seriously, but you're not so freezed or so frozen that you can't actually execute your trading plan. And also ask yourself, can you afford to lose the money? He said explicitly that this is his biggest trading account yet. And can you really afford to lose 10%, 20% of it? Will it have an impact on what impact will it have on your personal life? Maybe I've seen many traders, they trade with accounts that they can't afford to lose, and then obviously you cannot follow your trading plans, so you need to reduce the risk, maybe the size as well, and focus on that as well. So you can see it's a mix. Those questions can be answered in many ways or in many instances by just using the simple example of just trying and analyzing different strategies, different approaches, and really figuring out for yourself what is the issue. I have received emails daily from people that ask me, so what do you do? What is the best approach? And of course I can tell them what works for me, but that will not translate to something that actually makes sense to you. You have to experience, you have to see it for yourself so that you can fully trust it. So yes, I can tell you what I do, but if you haven't done the groundwork, if you haven't seen it for yourself in your actual trading, you will not fully believe it, and then you will have, again, confidence issues. So I hope this video made sense. I don't want to make it too long. I think it's a good start. 4 great questions. Keep the questions coming. I'm reading all questions all the time. I'm not always replying to them, but I'm saving the best comments, the ones that I think are worth addressing in a new video. So really make sure to use that. I look forward to hearing from you. Until the next time, happy trading.